Part of the military is not just learning how to be a soldier, but also keeping the military facility clean.
Yeah.
Just got my introduction to the HS50 M1, the 50 caliber sniper rifle of the Austrian military. It's an anti-material weapon, so it's used to stop vehicles. If you shoot a motor block of a vehicle, the vehicle will stop because of this 50 caliber ammunition right here. However, you can still use it for soft targets, but if you hit a human with this gun, it's going to be a mess. Usually it gets split into 3 parts. So one guy carries this insane barrel right here, one guy carries the stock, and the third guy takes the externals and accessories like the magazine, the thermo, and the suppressor right here. Operation of the gun is pretty similar to the SG69. It's basically a bolt action sniper rifle. So you take the magazine, you insert the cartridge, just like this. So on this magazine right here, we have this little knob, goes into this bolt, just like on an AK-47, and then it clicks into place. Now, as I said, the operation is very similar to the SG69. So you basically lie behind the gun, and you just rack the bolt forward to chamber the bullet right here. You have this cheek rest right here, it's adjustable. Then here in the back, you can adjust the height of the shoulder pad. And then here on the bottom, we have the monopod, which just stabilizes the gun additionally, since it's quite heavy and you don't want to hold it for, you know, a really long time, obviously. What's nice about this entire optics system is that you have here an aim point. So if you're looking for your target, or maybe there's a car passing by at a very close distance, you can use the aim point. Or if the target is very far away, you can use the aim point to search for the target. Then you change back into the optic with the up to 24 times magnification. So you just find the target a lot more quickly. Here on the side we also have a bubble level, which is important because you want to have your gun as level as possible if you're shooting at these distances. Otherwise the line of sight and the line of the bore will not be above each other anymore and you will miss your target. So the basic function of the muzzle brake is that the projectile passes right here in the back of the projectile. You have obviously a lot of gas pressure from this massive cartridge, and once the projectile is right here, it kind of blocks the exit of the muzzle brake, so all the gas goes to the back, which means that it pulls the rifle forward. And that's very useful because otherwise this thing will have a massive recoil, and with this muzzle brake it just works against the recoil. So I haven't shot this gun yet, but I talked to the trainers, and what they said is that it actually has less recoil than the 7.62 SSG69, the standard issue sniper rifle that I used the past few days. Right here, the thermal sight, you just put it in front of the scope. So you basically just look through the scope and then through the thermo. So you have a thermo vision, and then we have this insane suppressor right here. You can't shoot this from your shoulders, that's impossible. It's so damn heavy. Then imagine you also have this massive MOG suppressor right here. Oh god, it just gets so long. This beast can penetrate 20 millimeters of steel at a range of around 1 kilometer. So that's quite a bit of punch. Really looking forward for the next training, where we'll hopefully have the pleasure to shoot this beast.
Yeah.
Ausbildung ist Erkennen von Zielen, Entfernungsermitteln von Zielen.
My current task is to find targets. That's the document I have to fill out. I basically have to draw the map kind of like with the roads, and that I find the right ratios. And then I have to point out where the enemies are. And then I have to measure the distance first with my eyes, just guessing it. Then I try it with the binoculars, and then I go with the spotter 60. How does measuring actually work? Once you know how big an object in your binoculars is, you can measure the distance to it. Right there we have a human torso with head. It's an average 0.57 meters tall. It's also 1 mil dot big in my binoculars. So the formula goes size of the object times 1000 divided by the number of mil dots in my binoculars. That's 0.57 meters times 1000 divided through 1. The distance to the object is 570 meters then. Now I can adjust my scope to this distance before I take the shot. This system doesn't just work with military binoculars, but also with the Spotter 60 and any mil dot scope. Woo! So, done with measuring. The guesses they're way off, at least 20% of the actual distance. The binoculars are already very close, like maybe 5%, and then the spotter plus minus 3%. And if you fuck up your guess or your measurement by, let's say, 50 meters, you won't hit the target anymore. It's that time of the day again. So now we have to take pictures for the magazine of the Jägerbataillon 25. If there wouldn't already be enough cameras in my life. Now so far the weather has been great. I mean, if you imagine this in a rainy, windy, cold winter day, it would really suck. Nature is great so far. Done with measuring distances. Let's get some dinner. In order to keep your assault rifle working, of course you have to maintain it properly once in a while. And to do that, of course, you have to disassemble the gun. Okay, before disassembling the gun, you have to check if the chamber of the gun is empty. Okay, there's no cartridge inside, so you can put the barrel back in. Okay, now I can disassemble the gun. First, rack the bolt back, then you pull out the barrel, then you can remove the entire housing of the gun by pressing this little knob here. Then this thing comes out, then the bolt comes out. Press here, this little hole, and pull that pin out. Remove the back plate, pull out the hammer unit, and here we go. Now it's theory. We're exhausted, but then you're sitting here. Your heartbeat goes down and you're getting kind of tired. But right now we're learning how to use maps, how to read maps, and how to navigate, basically by using one of those here. It's 11 PM, education is over for today. Time to answer some emails. Until midnight, I guess, and then tomorrow at 6 starts again. The food here is amazing. I like the fact that I don't have to take care of anything. You know, when you're living in your own flat, you have to buy groceries, then you get tired of it, you order food on the internet, and you end up eating pizza every day. That's different here. You just walk into the, how do they call it, military food court, I guess, and just get proper, healthy, good food with a lot of power, so you can, you know, do your sports sessions. So right now I think I'm sleeping per night around 5 hours, maybe 6 if I'm lucky. Sniper Buddy Fabi is calling. Okay, 1 second. Fabi, scared? Oh, ich bin fertig. Fuck die.